Cleveland lost to the Clippers last night. And a beautiful drive and finish, and that is Winston Garland's son, Darius Garland. Winston Garland, the former Warrior, is
exposing them in different ways. If you're not in the post, go to the hole.
And there's Steph cutting back door.
Garber, this is the last bucket. Watch Steph. Anytime your defender isn't between you and the basket.
Sexton and Draymond came to help. He made the shot and
to the basket. It's a good idea. And this is that snake dribble. We've seen this from Chris Paul. Obviously, Draymond Green and drives. So you got to know he wants to drive because he is not a three-point shooter.
We get a stoppage. We'll talk about Andre Drummond a little bit. As Steph Curry lays in the passing lane. The push ahead to Wiggins. The kick out to JTA. His three is good. And JTA just didn't let Sexton get the ball. And Jetty Osman's a tough cover for Steph, but he forced the miss. Jaron Allen size for guards, but it's kind of that Damian Lillard McCollum thing. Steph and Monte Ellis. Wiggins will flip it in and draw the foul. What a feed from Draymond. Great body control.
Your defender's overplaying you. He's not in between you and the basket. Cut to the rim. Make it easy on yourself. And Coach Kerr talked about it after last game.
So Kalena said it. The mindset to begin this is good. That is a nice little tic-tac-toe passing. Where?
Yeah, no, Steph is different.
Okoro missing that three. Draymond, good box out. Oubre will handle. Oubre will go 94 feet and put it up and in. Deal with Sexton. And the step back three. That rebound batted by Okoro. And Garland missing. Third opportunity for third year out of Alabama. You know who his college coach was?
Yeah,
Avery Johnson.
There you go.
That is exactly the play we're talking about. All the gravity of Steph.
10 to 12 easy buckets. Just doing stuff like this. Steph sets a great back screen. Again, we've talked about this so many times. His defender is not going to help off of him. So if he catches a pent
offensively is much better tonight. Jaron Allen, nice spin move. Jaron Allen.
You talked about his improvement, rolling to the basket. You saw Draymond stayed with the ball in it for a little bit. But watch the adjustment once Michael Mulder comes over there.
Garland with the shot clock at 7 down the lane. Yeah. Mar Stevens getting early playing time here.
There you go.
Oubre knocked that away. Jetty Osman will shoot the three and drop it in.
That's Jetty Osman.
Stevens, four-year player at Penn State, undrafted. Jetty Osman, pretty good defense. Stevens taking it up and in this first quarter.
#1 in the league, forcing turnovers. That's what we talked about early. Got to take care of it.
Steph through the defense, flipping it up and in. Jetty Osman made 1-3 and now 2. Yeah. Drafted by Minnesota in 2015.
Yeah, they don't shoot a ton of threes, but he's one of the guys. He's 34% from there as Steph need.
He motioned, hey, thanks for the pass, but he also kind of motioned toward the bench a little bit.
I saw Stevens was just top blocking. White players to play in the NBA, you had to be like ridiculously good, and there was a limit to the number of black people.
And Earl Lloyd, but Jackie Moore is not as well known, but he was the first Warrior of color, which is awesome. Draymond on the JaVale with the shot clock at 7. And he's much larger.
To back out, got better position. He's like, okay, now I can try to take Draymond. That's size coming through.
Staff with a step back.
This is the guy you want shooting threes. And you saw JaVale McGee trying to show.
Final minute 17 of this first quarter. Curry and the Heat.
Just a little step back after he got into his body, got some separation. Didn't get much separation on this one, but that quick release. It's just
Dotson initially off the line and a reload three. Multiple efforts on defense, but tall McGee can work on a smaller Pascal, but he's not going to move him bulk-wise. Damian Dotson will move in for the mid-range and beat Sexton and Garland driving the whole time.
I mean, you got to force him to the back.
I didn't know he was making beats.
No,
so he speaks Mandarin.
We're learning.
Is he rapping in Mandarin too? Or
I haven't heard him rap, so we're going to see. I hope it's not in Mandarin.
Oh, beautiful inside out.
Hey,
how about that? This is how it should move around.
I mean, it's the definition of good to great. I think multiple people had shots that would have been tough shots, and they passed it to the next person, giving them the opportunity.
Multiple cuts, multiple He's just moving the ball.
The shot, but he chose to swing it to the next man and then ended up with a dunk.
Yeah, defenders, man, they get caught ball watching. It's surprising how much that happens in this league.
I'll tell you, having double figures now with 10.
Yeah, he's got a lot of heart. He's going to attack and get to the rim.
Wiggins, that's a good find for Wanamaker.
And one.
And there it is.
Absolutely.
When you get a drive on the baseline, cutting from the weak side.
Yeah, you got to give him an outlet, you know. When you're on that baseline, it's kind of having two defenders.
They're moving the ball, but you credit Cleveland for just hanging around. Okoro, a little show and go, and a nice finish. So Garland and Sexton, that dangerous backcourt with Jared Allen up front. And flipping it up and in. I'll tell you what, I loved Winston Garland, and he played for 7 different teams and also played in Italy, but his son is solid, and Cleveland apparently
You want Okoro shooting. You got fortunate there, though.
Steph. The pullback, the hesitation, the wing jumper.
That's so disrespectful.
Playing with this type of team, but
Steph just throwing too many moves in Osman. It's too much. It's overwhelming. That's a pretty good deal. Curry comes up with a ricochet rebound.
Watch him pull it.
Oubre down the lane, an open Bazemore, corner 3. Yes, sir.
Beyond the basketball court and in the community, and just try to always be a role model, you know.
Ken Bazemore will put it up and in and draw the foul.
sometimes you just got to go attack. And that was off the great ball movement. You got the pass from Steph. His defender, he realizes on his right, different types of shimmies as the Warriors are in a zone here. Draymond is flexing. Who's got the best celebration?
D-Lee's is up there. D-Lee's his little surprise.
Living driving against him as a guard.
Juan Toscano-Anderson boxed out Jared Allen by himself.
Oubre 3. Stole it right back. And that's a good Okoro. Ouch! That's going to be an offensive foul. And Okoro took the worst of it.
Yeah, Draymond was just waiting on him. Usually you get a sidestep there, but Okoro just tried to bulldoze some more creativity. He didn't try to sidestep or do anything. Draymond, that was probably one of the easier charges he'll take because he just went through his chest. And Garland threw it to where he was, not where he's going.
Sexton kind of face guarding Steph, and Draymond sensed that and set this as a clinic right here.
Draymond knew if Steph went to his right, Jared Allen was going to be on that side. So he went to the other side, let Steph come off to his left, and Jared Allen is not going to be anywhere to be found. That's why Steph is laughing like, oh, we just outsmarted him like crazy there.
My friends are probably my biggest critics.
There you go. That's perfect. Another back screen from.
And running the floor, JTA. That pass led him a little too far. Bazemore and Steph, another 3. Got it! Curry's got the 6 Warrior run. Cedi Osman floating it up and out. Jared Allen the rebound. Jared Allen the putback. Tension of the Marquise Chris Wanamaker question. Getting everybody ready. 5 to shoot. Draymond down the lane. Curry set the screen. And Jared. Steph, Wiggins, Juan Toscano-Anderson, Draymond, and Oubre. And speaking of cutting back door, but Steve said, you want me to challenge? Draymond said yes. And Jared Allen would get the back.
On that last play, you need the guard to get back in there, but the weak side defense was lifted, so no one was able to get in there and box out his man.
Got the fake handoff, and Draymond down the lane.
It works every time, that fake handoff, especially if Steph is coming off.
Now, we had this happen. You can't give up another layup.
That's the thing. You sit there and celebrate for a split second. They run it back.
And Wiggins hits the 3.
He's super accurate. Some of that is just trusting your players, telling you the truth.
There you go.
Line. And Draymond was still gapping.
Draymond sets a screen. Steph gets it
so good.
Through Oubre's hands. And Cedi Osman, I just like the way he runs the floor.
You see how he quick layup that one?
Kelly Oubre, speaking of quick layups, look at Cedi Osman. I just
need to do against this team that doesn't like to shoot a lot of threes. They're trying to attack that paint.
I want Wiggins to move it back to Draymond. Somehow, how did Steph catch that? How did he even catch it? And then
going to try to take his small teammate in there, Garland. But this is the back cut from Steph. They got a hand on it, but then look how he spun it up there with the left. It's set. The English.
And Draymond, 12 assists. I want him to get 16 tonight. Set a career high.
Well, if you're his teammates, keep back. keep back cutting. They're not staying disciplined defensively.
And Jared had
No call.
Cedi Osman. Drop in the three. Think of shooting 9 rebounds.
He's keeping them in it.
3 of 5 on threes. Draymond another screen. Oh, Steph.
This handoff coming through here. Get a piece of his man. Jared Allen has to switch onto him. Started kind of late. And Steph
has resulted in a beautiful Warrior offensive performance. And Garland's dad, or Darius, Winston is the dad. He lost to Scott Skiles in the Indiana high school playoffs for the state title.
And Steph, I'm sure they boxed out Jared Allen, but this is Steph coming off, and I love that Michael Mulder. This is what I'm talking about.
The running with friends, trailing JTA, Mulder corner 3, got it!
Not like a set that they're running. It's just freestyle. And Mulder, he set the screen for Steph on that last one, so it's all reciprocated.
Oh, there it is. JTA down the lane. Draymond with 15 assists.
Watch Steph come off this Juan Toscano screen. And Juan Toscano's defender stays with Steph. He's never going to get an easier bucket. Well, maybe he will if he keeps playing with Steph. It's just great execution. And Draymond.
Kelly Oubre catch and shoot 3. Steph fighting in there for the rebound. And Osman touched it last. How about Curry on the offensive glass?
Yeah, just trying to give them a taste of their own medicine.
Well, Steph is of size.
I thought he was going to flex on that one, but he's fighting with Osman, and he's
underestimate the baby-faced assassin. Mulder 3. There was that phrase, that strength in numbers thing. I wonder if that took off. Curry missing the 3. Juan Toscano Anderson on the glass.
Yeah, they're out.
Game that was tight at the end of 1, tight through the first half. Yeah. And Oubre keeps on running. Love at the rim. A lot of contact, a lot of love. Sexton going to attack Draymond again, and this time he was able to fit. And Stevens, both 4-year college players. You don't have that very often. Dotson a laser in the. That's too sloppy with that kind of lead. And then Damian Lee, Wiggins corner 3.
See, that's the one where I'm like, throw the basket on him. You got McGee on you on the perimeter. You got that quickness. Use it.
Oh, Pascal
too much there, but. This is on the other side of the floor. You're just trying to take advantage.
They're in the mix, and they come out west for 5 games and get 5 L's and go back.
Yeah, it's a little different. This month has been rough for them. They played a lot of really good offensive teams. That's why their defense is been some slippers there. Oh my goodness,
Wiggins
with Kevin Love to figure out what kind of team this really is. He was ranked 14, 30-22. He had like 40 points and just scored whenever he wanted to. Minnesota was like in a 2-3. You know how they play box one with Steph as they find
sending Garland away. Wanamaker on the draw and kick. Those are the right type of 15 of 31 on threes. Hoops for kids getting paid off tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Wanamaker back to Wiggins. Beautifully done.
That's one for setting people up. Colin Sexton just sold out for this one. And Andrew Wiggins coming from behind. Look out below. Watch your head. Andrew Wiggins is taking off. Monsterly for the Warriors.
5 minutes. Steve Kerr does not want to see just all 3-pointers.
He'll call another timeout and get into him.
Sexton by D. Lee.
Work defensively. Defense is kind of a question for him. His jump shot is not.
Eric Pascal. That was the one thing in the Brooklyn game. Eric Pascal got rolling a little bit. Ah, nice movement there. That's the kind of 3 you want to take. Alpha, threat inside. Santa Cruz Warriors, have you checked out Jordan Poole, Nico Mannion, Mulder one more time. Rudy, you lose Marquise. If Juan Toscano Anderson wasn't able to help Draymond, the Warriors should be in big trouble.
There does have to be some purpose to your attack. And you do need to move the ball. You do need to have guys like Juan Toscano step up.
And for the Dubs, take advantage of these home games. Get win number 15. 15. That's